First, the major headline involving that potential rail strike across the U.S. averted tonight. In the Senate today, Democrats and Republicans passing the bill, now headed to the president's desk. For the first time in 20 years, Congress stepping in to force the deal negotiated months ago with help from President Biden between rail companies and some 12 unions. Several of the unions opposed the contract over the issue of guaranteed sick days. Economists, business leaders, and the White House had all warned the failure to enforce the contract would have cost the economy, some say, $2 billion a day. So tonight here, what did those rail workers get in the end, and what the president said late today about that additional sick time they wanted? Rachel Scott leading us off from the Hill tonight.
Tonight, the Senate moving to avert a potentially devastating economic disaster right before the holidays, passing a bill to avoid a crippling freight rail strike set for next week.
The joint resolution is passed.
In an overwhelming bipartisan vote, Congress forcing workers to accept a tentative agreement President Biden helped negotiate months ago.
What was negotiated was so much better than anything they ever had.
That deal includes a $16,000 immediate payout with an increase in wages and benefits to $160,000, a 24% pay raise, $5,000 performance bonuses, maintain access to health care plans, and an additional day of paid personal leave. But not in the deal, guaranteed paid sick days, a sticking point for some unions.
I think we're going to get it done, but not within this agreement. Not within this agreement. We're going to avoid the rail strike, keep the rails running, keep things moving, and I'm going to go back and we're going to get paid leave, not just for rail workers, but for all workers.
The House already passed a bill guaranteeing 7 paid sick days to rail workers. That failed today in the Senate.
Who knows what?
One Democrat, Senator Joe Manchin, voted against it. But it did have surprising support from 6 conservative Republicans: Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, Lindsey Graham, Mike Braun, and John Kennedy, who earlier this year opposed the bill to make paid family and medical leave available to all Americans nationwide.
Mr. Kennedy, aye. Mr. Cruz, aye.
It's the first time in decades that Congress has used its powers to intervene and stop a strike.
So one legitimate question is being asked now, are we about to do something where Congress will forever be settling the disputes through congressional action? I think that's a bad precedent and something that resonates with me.
The rare move hasn't been used in 20 years. Jacob Forsgren, that track welder from Lincoln, Nebraska, disappointed that Congress had to step in the first place.
I should not have to go 3.5 years without a raise to see this process through. I think the railroads need to do a better job of actually bargaining in good faith. So I guess to sum it all up, it's an incredibly frustrating process.
So let's get right to Rachel Scott live back on the Hill again for us tonight. And Rachel, how soon does this bill now go to the president's desk? And there was late word from the president today on how soon he'll sign it.
Yes, David, and tonight the president is celebrating the bipartisan action taken by Congress, saying that it pulled the economy back from the brink of a devastating shutdown that would have hurt millions of Americans. He wanted this deal done by the end of the weekend, and tonight he's promising to sign the bill as soon as it hits its desk. David?
Rachel Scott, who's been on this for weeks. Rachel, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.